Kris, maybe we'll just begin with some housekeeping. Starting netminder tonight,
Ingram.
Ingram, and is Ekholm ready to go tonight?
He's on the ice right now. We'll find out. But yeah, he's day to day.
Kris, you're it's game 55 and you're still looking for that elusive win 3 games in a row. I know it's been talked about a lot, but it is a way to get on a streak. You've got there and then never been able to push it over, which is very odd for this group. Do you feel that you ever get a sense if you know when your team's going to put forth that effort to get 3 in a row?
No, I think every situation's been different. There's been many times where we've had the opportunity to get 3 in a row, and whether we've come out with a poor game or we just unfortunate bounces or just opposition goalie played really well. I think there's been different situations, and it is kind of odd that we've played as long as we have and haven't had 3 in a row. We're the only team in the league that hasn't, but I don't think there's a certain thing where we're overconfident we play bad that third game. You know, there have been games where it hasn't been good, but there's other games where we should have won that third game in a row and it just didn't happen.
I know some people would say, you want to lower the goals against, but it's also good to see your offense. You've been one of the best scoring teams, but your offense is really clicking lately. Most of it coming from the back end. What is it? Just a lucky balance that eventually they're due, or has you seen something different, engaging from your back end to have 8 goals in 2 games?
Yeah, no, you need your defense to be involved in the offense. Every team that scores a lot of goals, it's the defensemen are getting involved, making plays, and whether they're scoring the goals or they're getting the pucks to the forwards or getting them on net so we can get rebounds, stuff like that. You need your defensemen to be a big part of your offense, and we've definitely been seeing this the last few games with the back-to-back hat tricks, but overall they've been playing pretty well as a group, and a lot of that also has to do with Wallman coming back. Wallman's an offensive guy, moves the puck up well and can make some plays. So going forward, yes, we want to continue doing that, but overall, you mentioned the defensive side of it. Yes, we need to reduce our goals against too.
So did Ekholm get hurt picking up all those caps after the hat trick?
It must have been a lot of
Arm worry?
yeah, but obviously he's a good player for us and a big part, and we want to make sure that he's healthy moving forward and not making something worse or just yeah, we'll see if he's playing tonight.
Same forward group as last game?
Same forward group as last game.
I know you don't game plan for one individual, but Macklin Celebrini comes in. He's obviously the straw that stirs their drink offensively. You've played against McKinnon and stuff. What kind of message you send to your team when you've got a guy who's top 4 in scoring? How to approach him?
Like all top players on teams, you have to be aware of their talent and the guys that really drive their offense. And Celebrini definitely does that. He's got twice as many points as the next guy on the team. And not that they don't have other guys that can score, but he's a big part of it. And we have to be aware of when he's on the ice. And whether we go with a hard matchup or, just having the team being aware when he's playing and alter our game. But, yeah, he definitely has a big part of their success.
Is the number one thing when you match up against a guy like Celebrini, just like teams like to do the corner, just to stop him from building speed? That's kind of like the number one goal.
Yeah, most guys are most dangerous off the rush, and the guys who create a lot of chances off the rush are guys who can skate. McDavid, Celebrini, McKinnon, those type of players, and it's important that you are staying above them and not chasing from behind, because then they're in a much better position to make some plays. So, yeah, we want to make sure that we've got numbers back, especially when he's on the ice with everybody. But, yeah, he's a player that can make something happen.
Kris, 4 games to go. What are you guys trying to really hone in on as a group before the break here?
Just win as many games as possible. And, yes, we're all looking forward to the break, and it'd be nice to have some time off so we can rest and recharge our batteries. But, to be able to move up the standing, especially tonight against San Jose, who's right on our heels. And if they win their games in hand, they can pass us. So here's a team that we feel that we need to keep behind us, and the way to do that is to win.
Where do you think Macklin's game is going the most from last year?
Confidence with the puck. I think he was always wanting to play that, but just finding your groove and having the confidence and the patience to make those plays. You can definitely see that he has it now.
And biggest difference with the Sharks this year as opposed to last year?
Well, Celebrini taking a big step. That is probably the biggest step. But, they've added a lot of players to their team. Players like Klingberg, who we're familiar with, some veterans that just made their team better.